Today I learned. 1. A duet sung by Freddie Mercury and Michael Jackson remained unfinished because Mercury walked out of the recording. He couldn't tolerate Jackson bringing his pet llama into the studio. This sounds like an SNL skit. It needs to become one now. I feel like Michael Jackson's entire life could be an SNL skit. Back in the 90s, MJ was on the verge of buying Marvel Entertainment for the sole purpose of playing Spider-Man in a live-action movie. Imagine a 40-year-old Michael Jackson playing a teenager Peter Parker, swinging around New York City shooting webs and screaming ho-ho, hee-hee, and Shimona. Moonwalking up the walls and shit. The biggest and oldest bald cypress tree in the world was burned down by a 26-year-old Sarah Barnes, who lit a fire inside the tree to see the meth she wanted to smoke. It was the 5th oldest tree in the world, at over 3,500 years old age. Playboy ran a story that depicted a future where homosexuality was the norm, heterosexuality was outlawed, and anti-straight mobs marched the streets. Outraged letters poured in. He responded, if it was wrong to persecute heterosexuals in a homosexual society, then the reverse was wrong too. Nicole Smith never actually got money when her 90-year-old husband died. His will left his $1.6 billion estate to his son, and nothing to her. Today I learned about the Finnish day fine system. Most infractions are fined based on what you could spend in a day, based on your income. The more severe the infraction, the more day fines you have to pay, which can cause millionaires to receive speeding tickets of $100,000+. In many US cities, taxicab medallions, city-issued license to operate a cab, routinely cost hundreds of thousands of dollars for a single cab, can top $1 million, and are the source of a debt crisis for drivers. I was intrigued by the title, so I looked into it. For clarity, there is a finite number of medallions, about 11,000 in New York for example. This gives them value. You basically need to take out the equivalent of mortgage to purchase one. Owning a medallion is like owning a share of the cab industry. The medallion can be leased or sold, which usually happens when a taxi driver retires and is their payday. The value of medallion increased exponentially, $1 million+, until 2014 when you became along and tanked it. Now cab drivers, who were relying on the value of their medallions to retire, are pushed to continue driving, because they are worth a fraction of what they paid originally. William Stewart Halstead is considered to be a father of the modern residency program for doctors. He invented the system for doctors to work unending hours per shift, believing that immersion in care would provide better outcomes. He also used cocaine and worked 100+ hours a week routinely. His residents also used regularly. That's why my solution to resident duty hours issues is either let us sleep like regular humans, or give us unlimited cocaine and we can continue to work 80+ hours a week. When Saint Jerome translated the Bible to common Latin, he made the forbidden fruit an apple as a pun. Today I learned about James Harrison, an Australian blood plasma donor. Known as the man with the golden arm, his unusual plasma composition has been used to cure rhesus disease. He has made over 1,100 donations throughout his lifetime, and these donations are estimated to have saved over 2.5 million babies. For those counting at home, that is a donation every 2 weeks. The soonest you can donate again for Red Cross Australia, for 42 years and 2 months. In 1952, Stalin proposed German reunification under a neutral and democratic government, but was turned down by the West. It is still debated whether the offer was a bluff, a trick, or a genuine missed opportunity for reunification. Stephen Hawking found his undergraduate work ridiculously easy, to the point where he was able to solve problems without looking at how others did it. Even his examiners realized that they were talking to someone far cleverer than most of themselves. Today I learned about the Veryovkina Cave, the world's deepest cave. Since 1982, a team known as Pyrovospalia has been researching and going deeper and deeper. In 2021, at a depth of 1,100 meters, they found the body of a tourist. After Toronto Blue Jays catcher Ace Maguire was caught masturbating in his car, the organist at an away game against the Braves played the opening riff to Beat It by Michael Jackson as Maguire walked up to the plate. Until 1971, the government of Canada assigned all Inuit people a number, in lieu of a surname, and issued each a leather disc with a number that had to be carried at all times, or sewn into clothing. As a Canadian, I've been saying this for years. We have the world's best PR team. Aztec Emperor Montezuma realized his own seers were all charlatans because they'd failed to see that the Spanish were coming. According to Friar Diego Duran, Montezuma called out his seers with these words: "It is your position, then, to be deceivers, tricksters, to pretend to be men of science and forecast that which will take place in the future, deceiving everyone by saying that you know what will happen in the world, that you see what is within the hills, in the center of the earth, underneath the waters, in the caves and in the earth's clefts, in the springs and waterholes. You call yourselves children of the night, but everything is a lie, it is all pretense." While alcohol made from apples is called cider, alcohol made from pears is called perry. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you want to see more like it. Comment below if you know any subreddits that you would like featured on the channel. Links to all facts can be found in the description. See you in the next video, fellow Roma.